After Darkers, welcome to another episode of After Dark Talk. I am your host, KingStevenJ, joined with my co-host,
Chrissy.
Hey, and we back. Man, I feel like it's been a long ass time since we've been here. This damn COVID situation has got it all fucked
I'm gonna blame you.
You know what? It is my fault because life, man, work, all that bullshit. Man, fuck all that. Let's get right into this, man. We got two incredible guests with us. We got to my right. We got Jill.
Hello there. I'm back. I was here on one of your other episodes.
Yeah.
I'm back in full effect.
What were we talking about?
Sex.
Okay.
She was there for that one.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we got my other, man, this dude right here. Man, this is my brother from another mother. I messed that up in the beginning, but this is my brother from another mother, man. Like, we don't talk that much, but when we do talk, man, it ain't like we lost time whatsoever. He's like the most swole version of what I want to be. You know, he walked in here with his muscles off. You know what I mean? But this is my boy. This is my boy Curtis, man. AKA the neighborhood hope dealer.
Hey,
man, you know what? Go ahead, man. Plug that in, bro. We all about raising our people, man. Plug that in. What's the neighborhood hope dealer about?
Man, it's just about dealing hope and perseverance, pressing forward, whatever you got going on in life. Just put one foot in front of the other each and every day. You'll get somewhere one day.
Hey, man, I want to hear that. I want to hear your mantra, bro. Every time this dude get on Instagram, he got that one mantra. How you started off, brother?
Raise your hands up, put your feet down. You are alive.
Hey, man.
Right on.
Every video.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Every video, man.
Yes, sir. Got to.
So this episode is going to continue off from our last episode. And I want to give a major fuck you to for like taking my last episode down just because of that intro song. But you can listen to it on Spotify, iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Facebook. We're going to get it back. But yeah, we're gonna make that happen. What you say, sis? I hear you.
Fuck him.
That's what I'm saying.
Against the wall.
Really, nigga?
I'm saying, man. Dang. But on another note, we got a really good episode right here. We're going to be talking about men. What do you want from women? And women, what do you want from men? And I feel like the reason why we got this episode, or the reason why we came up with this episode, Sissy and I, is because I think there's a lot of miscommunication. There's a lot of overthinking too, as far as like, man, we're so simple, and women can be so simple too, and we're just overthinking the whole thing, going across the platforms. It's like, yo, should I take it to the top of the mook with her? And she just wants something simple, and she's like, dang, I should do something simple for him, but he wants the top of the mook. So I feel like there's a miscommunication and all that, and we want to clarify some of that stuff. So just to get this thing kind of started, we're going to deal with an icebreaker, all right?
Okay.
So the icebreaker is this right here. I want us to rate from 1 to 5. We're going to start with the ladies first, starting with Chrissy, then go with Jill, then Curtis, and then I'll finish it off. We're going to do this icebreaker. Rate from 1 to 5. What's important to you? Affection, conversation, honesty, financial support, or family commitment? So let's start it off with you, sis.
Oh, me?
Yeah,
okay.
you girl, yeah.
I wrote mine down. My handy dandy notebook.
Hey,
okay.
Clues.
So for me, conversation is number 1. And then affection is number 2. Honesty is number 3. Financial support is number 4, and family commitment is number 5.
Major. What about you, Jill?
All right. So for me, number 1 is top priority, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. So number 1 would have to be, this is difficult, but number 1 would have to be honesty. Don't be sitting here lying. So honesty would have to be number 1. Number 2 would definitely have to be conversation. Number 3 would be affection. Number 4, financial support. And then number 5, family commitment.
All right, Curtis?
All right. Well, the most important one up here to me would probably be honesty.
Yeah.
Honesty, conversation. We're going to say affection? No, financial support. Affection, family commitment.
Man, that's crazy.
So how you gonna know if they honest without a conversation?
But hey, that's how he read it. You know what I mean? We're going to get into all of that after this.
Okay.
Hey, sis. Here, I see you. Okay. I say for me, it's going to be affection. I don't know why, but affection, then it's conversation. Then to me, it's going to be the financial support, then honesty, and then No. I'll say affection, conversation, then family commitment, financial, and honesty last for me. Because you can always sniff some bullshit. I'm just saying.
Interesting.
All you got to do is ask a question 4 times, not at the same time, but within a week apart. They're gonna tell you to lie. So honesty really don't matter to me. Your eyes can tell you, the way you move is gonna tell you, your breathing pattern is gonna tell you, the way you touch me is gonna tell me, all of this stuff. If I see you and you got goosebumps on your arms, you just lied to me, motherfucker.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't have time to be like CSI. Like I need you to be straight up. Like
what?
Hey.
But you know what? Sometimes to be a CSI, it takes time. You gotta learn the person's methods. The person you met that first month ain't gonna be the same person the second, third, fourth, or fifth. You feel me?
Depending.
You met somebody who was like consistent?
Hell, my husband.
Jill,
I mean, besides him, man.
myself. Jill.
Right. Well, true. From day one. From day one when I married. Like,
Law of attraction meeting. Day one where we met.
Yes.
Never
I still can't believe y'all met in that meeting. That's crazy.
It was
the
meant.
universe.
You're
Man, that
right.
meetup app sound like it's the truth though.
Like for real.
Dang.
They have so many different like just random ass meetups, but of all ones, law of attraction. Like we meet, like that's crazy. Don't laugh. It ain't funny.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna be honest with you. So yeah, so we're gonna let's go ahead and unpack this message today, because like I said, I believe that there's times when we just really miscommunicating towards each other, and that we need to tighten it up, and we need to be able to hear the woman out. We need to be able to hear the man out. So just to kind of get things started, man, I want to read one of these quotes. Matter of fact, man, I'm gonna do this different. Which quote do you like, Curtis, out of all of those that I have to present to you? I want to get our guests more involved. You know what I mean? So we can I'm just switch everything. We're just gonna freestyle this.
Okay. Well,
Go ahead and read it.
What quote? Oh, hold on.
Just one of those that I have like listed down here. Like, you know what I mean? Just one of those. It don't matter which one. I can. You got it.
You talking about these? Oh yeah.
No.
The
These right here. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
Clearly, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's small on your phone, man.
Yeah. You know I can't see.
And you got glasses. So.
Team 4 eyes.
Facts. Okay. I really like she is challenging you because your success doesn't mean shit to her unless you're free loving.
Y'all want to unpack that one right there?
Repeat that. I mean, I'm reading it, but repeat that.
She is challenging you because your success doesn't mean shit to her unless you're free loving.
Wow. I took a lot from that. I don't know if anybody.
That's something right there. There's something to it.
You want to start it off? You want to start off what your thoughts are behind that?
She's challenging you because your success doesn't. I mean, you can be as successful as you want to be, but if you're selfish, you're an asshole. You're narcissistic. What does it really matter?
Yeah.
It don't.
You know?
None whatsoever.
I'd agree. I've had, in my dating history, I've dated some pretty decent gentlemen, you know what I'm saying? Like
Quality.
pretty I mean mainly I'm trying to say like they've had, I guess, the financial security there. So it's just like, I guess women they have maybe been used to talking to in the past, they're all caught up in the financial part of it. And I'm just like, that's cool, but at the end of the day, I have my own stuff. I can get my own stuff get my own self, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I had to cut them off sometimes, because it's like, well, that's it. Like, that's all you're bringing to the table is just like, okay, well, I got this or I got that. And it's like, that's very surface level.
Yeah.
So if you're not, able to be a wholehearted individual and you are able to like dig deeper, when it comes to me, then there's nothing there. Like, you can have the nicest cars, the most money in your bank account, but it's just like, what else is there? There's no substance there. So
Exactly. What about you, sis?
With that thought.
Yeah.
I agree.
You agree?
Piggyback on both of them. Like,
So what I would say is, from a let's start from a male to a woman's perspective. So from us men, like, what can we do to make that better? So it says basically she is challenging you because your success doesn't mean shit to her unless you are free and loving. So it seems like, Curtis, like, I could talk between you and I, and the ladies can actually hear this, but like, out there so much. Look, to me, I've always heard that quote that you have to have a strong woman behind you, and that's where the success will come. You know what I mean? Because like if you become successful before a strong woman, that's cool, but you're gonna be challenged to find that right one. Because you're gonna have that mindset that she's just here for the money.
Yeah.
Versus if she's there before, it makes that whole thing absolute. Obsolete. You don't have to worry about that whatsoever. You can actually focus and hone more in on like building a family. But how I take this from that instance is like, say for instance, if a woman ever told me like, all you care about is your money, it's like, no, it might seem that way, but I need to do better. So what can I do better? Matter of fact, let's do it like that. If Curtis and I was rich, right, and we was in the marriage, hypothetically speaking, what are some ways we can change our focus? Wouldn't you say that'd be like, what are some ways that we can change our focus to what really matters? So,
but before you jump into that though, I think a conversation, if your lady says, hey, I feel like you're focused on your money, I think the conversation needs to happen, because it may not be your focus on the money, but you may be focused on the security that the money provides. So the perspective to understand why it may seem like that needs to be the first conversation, because it may not be the money, it's the security for her and your family. So therefore, that conversation can then happen, and she gets an understanding, and you can express, hey, why this seems so important to you.
That's real.
So just the basic conception of having a conversation for you two to get on the same playing field, like the level playing field of understanding why this is important to one person. It'd be so simple. That goes
with my number one
conversation. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. Just like something so simple. And then after that conversation is had, we still need more understanding. So from there, it's just like, why do you put that first before me? Or why, what can I do to make you feel like we're on the same level? Yeah. And I don't think enough men have that conversation with women. Or with their spouse or the person that they're in a relationship. Like, what can I do to not make it feel like I'm above you, but we're next to each other in this? I think that's deep when you start to ask questions like that. Is that something that I can say that's fair, ladies? Like, is that something that you would want addressed to you? Like, if you felt like the guy is just way ahead of you and you feel like you're not there with him, you don't feel like you're included, like, what would be something how would you communicate it to him to bring him like to that perspective to understand where you're coming from? Like, how would you approach that?
When you say way ahead of you, can you kind of unpack that a little bit? So
like say for instance, like if you feel like you're just in the background and he's in the forefront, but you want to be up there with him, like you feel like y'all are not mesh well together in that instance of like, as far as like he has the money and stuff like that, but you want to feel like, no, it's not his money, it's our money. Like, even though, they probably didn't make it together or whatever, like she wants to feel included in that and she might not feel included. So how would you ask those questions so he can understand what the initial issue is?
Well, to answer that, I think what's important is that for women, we look for someone who is a provider, for someone who's a leader, right? The head of the household type of guy. So if this guy has those qualities, right? He's making this money and he's, doing whatever, that's admirable, right? So it's like, okay, so as a woman, you should know how to say, hey, can you teach me how you did this, or can you show me how you did this? You doing that's going to make your man feel like, okay, shit, like, she needs me. She's interested in, and she wants to learn from me. Every man wants to be able to teach.
Right.
Yo.
Yeah.
Right.
That's powerful right there.
That's a word.
That's powerful.
So it's just like, as a woman, if you're going to just sit there and it's like, well, I don't understand why he just did it. He always bound it. Then how about you ask? Instead of coming nagging, like ask him, like, what are you interested in? Like, if you see he's a go-getter and he doesn't have time for you, then you need to get busy. You need to do something for yourself. And if you need help with that, that's why you're with this person.
Exactly.
They should be there to build you up, to help you.
Jill, the gems, girl.
Yeah.
Now that's rich. Go on and take a sip.
Yeah.
Like,
she said something right there, because if your mate seems like a go-getter and you're getting left behind, then there's something that's not hitting home then.
Right.
Like,
There's some sort of
what you doing?
disconnect.
Yeah.
And left behind is nothing but just the mindset. You're not physically being left, but it's the mindset.
And your mate will go and find somebody else who's a go-getter.
Yeah.
So then you be sitting looking like, dang, like they at work or something, and they have a little love affair at work. They say 60% of affairs that they happen at work.
Not a little.
That's
So it's
real.
just like,
You know, black men
real.
don't cheat. Though.
you know what I'm saying?
That's
Shit.
I saw that meme.
Anybody
And y'all
can
just do
cheat,
prayer meetings.
regardless of it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Black men don't cheat. It's a statement.
I saw the memes.
No, it's just we just saying we're not going.
To me, it's not every black man cheat. They don't say black man. They say black men.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel me?
get it.
But I understand that because it makes sense in so many ways. Instead of restructure and having to reinvest that time into somebody else, man, listen, uplift the person that you're with. Like, especially if she had that conversation, she's being, the dialogue is open.
But what if she's not? What if she isn't as ambitious as she should be? Like, do y'all want an ambitious woman?
Yep.
Y'all do.
Got to have it.
Okay.
Like there's.
I'm with him.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay.
I'm with him.
Because even if I had all the money in the world, right? If I had all the money in the world, I would still find something to do. Like I can't just sit. Like I'm not a person I can just sit back and do so
You're like, all right, cool, I made it. I'm satisfied. I was like, nah, I'm still setting goals, still
Yeah.
going higher.
Right.
Still hungry for more.
And it's
Right.
crazy because
Gotta
like
do something.
there's so many flags that can just show it. Conversation can show it. Their lack of attention can show it. Their actions can show it. The way that they perceive themselves can show it. Like if you meet a person or you see a girl in a grocery store that's walking with her back slouched over, like she's tired, like
Just going through
she's
some
not the one for me. Like you just being honest, like
Why?
because
Oh my
so there's no ambition there, like.
Maybe she tired. Maybe she got work.
Maybe she just got off the bus.
Maybe her kids
Hey,
driving
man.
her crazy.
I'm telling you, there's been some times where like I'm just like I feel like I'm moping around. Y'all know the industry that I work in. You know what I mean? I'm outside doing like labor like it's nobody's business. At the end of the day, after I continue doing stop after stop after stop, 43 stops a day, each stop is getting the same energy.
But that's you.
I'm saying though,
You gonna pass up on your future wife because she.
I want to be
she's
just
tired?
like Curtis said. I want to be able to reciprocate that. Oh, now you're not agreeing with me?
Well, I mean, if I were to,
I just use that as a metaphor, by the way.
Oh, that's a bad one. Like, I need you to go deeper.
But
with
I
that
mean,
one.
I don't know. Like the way you walk, and the way that you carry yourself, really does like make an impact on people.
It does.
And you have to know, like, you have to think of yourself as a corporation or think of yourself as a business. So the way that you're marketing yourself in the world, that's how people are going to see like, I don't know if I want to do business with that person. So how you saying, like, if you walking around slouching or, you know, you going to the store, you got your bonnet on and like, you could have threw a hat on instead of, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like your presentation really matters.
Nah, I would have hollered at a chick with a bonnet on though. I ain't gonna.
I mean, I would too, but I mean, just
bonnet-
the
the bonnet
sluggish
though.
look, just you're
What is a sluggish look? I
downplaying
need
my
to see the
you're
sluggish
downplaying
look.
my energy. Like if you just walk around like moping,
But what if she needs your energy?
Right.
Like what if you have something that she needs? Because we're all
I didn't
out
think
here
about
just
that.
transferring
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So what if you have the energy she needs to
I
get
gotta open my mindset. Just gotta get those vibrations.
You
Hey,
see?
Yeah.
that's all it is, man.
Thank you for pointing that out, sir. I really appreciate
And
it.
it's what we learn in school, energy never kind of sort of dies, it just transfers.
That's right. Man.
That's all we passing it off each and every day, and the things we do, how we function, how we carry ourselves. We are walking brands for your last name, right? So I'm the right brand. I'm the last one of my family anyway that can carry on the name.
Yeah.
So if I don't carry myself accordingly, I won't have a future wife, future kids to pass that on with, the legacy. But
That's real.
So we found something where we were one out of man, out of woman, out of this situation, and I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? My decisions be bad sometimes. Anyways, Jill, do you have a good quote that you like out of there?
So I hope this is a quote on here. I mean, it's on here, but it's a
just
quote.
pick a
Okay.
side. Yeah.
So I see this one. It says, "Stop waiting, feel everything, love archingly." This really, truly kind of what am I trying to say? Hits home for me because I was doing all of this. So I was waiting to get I guess approval from the world to live my life and to start. I have a lot of like love and joy inside within me, but I felt like I had to get permission to be. So I stopped. I stopped waiting for permission. Just give myself that permission. Like, you know what? Like, no, just go ahead and do you. I'm a very sensitive person, so I do already feel everything, but I've had to learn to not allow everything to trigger me or everything to, some stuff's not mine.
Yeah.
Like, that don't belong to me.
Some energy. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So I had to learn how to differentiate between what is mine and what is theirs, or what is yours or what is his or whatever. So that really truly hits home for me because we have to know how you guys were talking about, like, what if the girl in the store needs your energy? That's you showing, loving in an arching way, like you're just overflowing with it. Yeah. So whomever comes to you, you'll be able to give them something, whether it may not be a relationship, it may not be, romantic, but it may just be a great friendship.
So we could say, like in this instance, from a woman to a man's perspective, first love yourself.
Of course.
Makes sense. And then after that, you want your man, or you want the type of guy that's going to feel everything. Right. Have self-love, feel everything, and it's going to love. Yeah. Period.
Exactly.
So what can we say from our perspective? Is that something that we want as well? We want a woman that's going to self-love themselves and just feel everything.
Yeah. So that part specifically in the book where they talk about feeling, where they talk about being in your feelings, it hit home for me.
Exactly. Yep.
I remember where I was when I heard it. I was walking down the sidewalk right here off of Trinity Mills. And it hit home because I oftentimes try to separate myself from how I feel. So I don't want to feel sad. I try to, fight against it all the time. But once I took the moment to say, like, just be in your feelings. Like, it's okay to feel that way. It doesn't mean I have to treat you, badly because I feel some sort of way, but like, be in the moment.
Yeah.
Because the more we try to detach from the way we feel, whether it be relationally, friendships, or whatever the case may be, like we start to not live in the moment and be present. So we really have to start just feeling everything, like good, bad, and different. Like, just feel it and know what it is. And it's okay to say, hey, I feel sad right now. It is most definitely okay to say that.
I think most men need to do that too, especially like show our emotions a little bit more.
It ain't easy, man.
I know it's not easy. I mean, especially with us black men, it's definitely not easy. Yeah. Like the way that I do it with pure ignorant bliss, bro. Like, I'm not gonna even lie to you. Like, I could become an asshole. That's how I show but I'm emotionally unstable at that time. Like, a person that would know me would know the fact that, Steve's being an asshole. Okay, something's really affecting him because he ain't like this. So for y'all listeners that know me, y'all know King Steven. Like, you being an asshole. So something's really wrong with you. So,
but then my question becomes: from one man to another, is that suitable? And is that really not okay? And if it's not, what are we doing about it?
Now, for me, what am I doing about it is I'm listening to the counterparts that's around me. You know what I mean? And not only heard it from Chrissy, I seen Jill's reaction sometimes when I'm a little bit left. You know what I mean? And just the people that I've dated, you know what I mean? They told me, like, yo, your bluntness is really bad. And I take that heat because some people can take the bluntness, but it all like Chrissy always tell me, yo, your delivery is just trash. You know what I mean? So it's not the fact of how we can work on it. It's the fact of you really listening to what people are telling you.
Right. And are you willing to work on it?
Yeah. So that's how real shit. That's what I see, from me. So yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being blunt, but oftentimes what we do is we mistake being honest for being brutally like blunt and disrespect. It almost becomes disrespectful.
Yeah.
Because you think, oh, I'm just being honest. I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just expressing how I feel.
But there's there's a way to say it.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
It's always like how you say things and how you interact with people. Once again, it's energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you want to give off bad energy, be expecting of bad energy to come back to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah, man. Like coming from women to men, I've learned that about myself. Like, yo, I need to work on that. Facts. What about you, sis? What quote did you like?
This first quote. Closing down in the midst of pain is a denial of a man's true nature. A superior man is free in feeling and action, even amidst great pain and hurt. If necessary, a man should live with a hurting heart rather than a closed one. He should learn to stay in the wound of pain and act with a spontaneous skill and love even from that place.
So what do women want from men out of that?
What I need from you is understanding. Okay, to get that out.
Yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. And these headphones, it sound really good what she was saying.
I was like, girl, I
Because
can
of my-
hold a little toe.
Yeah.
You know, I had my Casey and JoJo on it.
JoJo going on in this joint. But yeah, what do women want from a man out of that right there? Like,
She just did it.
Be real. Like that's
I
that's
didn't even
what
listen.
that's
The
It's
same
you.
song.
yes, the understanding, like just be real, be open.
Yeah.
Like how y'all was talking about being so closed off or, you know,
Not showing emotion or the right emotion in
Yeah.
a situation. Like, it's
like if you
okay to
hurting,
cry.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Like, let me see a little. Let me see. And I think no, because
It's
look,
so
I see.
say goodbye.
But the thing is, it's like I think as young boys, and I'm a woman, so. But I do have brothers, and so I feel like watching them grow up, it's like you hear, you know, don't cry or stop being a girl, you being a little, and it's just like, well, like if he feeling something or if he just fell off his bike and you see his knee is bleeding, let the little boy cry. Like, those,
Right.
you good, brush it off, you good. It's like, no, feel like,
Yeah.
and I don't think that that's gonna make someone become like a simp or whatever you want
Right.
to try to claim it as. It's just
still don't know
He's
what that means.
human.
I've heard that too, and I
a simp. Okay, simp is like you just like
A
in
buster?
your in your
Simple.
emotions. Just like in your like then you just in your emotions. Like you're like simping, like feeling just like like in your feels. Like
okay.
you know what I'm
Opposite
saying?
of a pimp.
Simp.
So does
a
that,
pimp, not a simp.
Yeah.
so is that what it means when they be like, he's simping over?
Yeah, it's like he's in his like feelings. Like
Yeah.
he like you and your feelings.
but that's
feeling,
what- but that's
which
what
is
y'all want us to do.
Exactly. So, but I'm
Yeah.
saying about the simp, quote unquote simp stuff. That's from you usually hear that like in the male community.
So
Yeah,
like
we
the
don't
fathers,
say
The
that.
fathers telling their sons, like, don't, you know what I mean? And that's why we the way that we are right now.
Yeah,
When we were younger,
Sorry.
yeah, like when we were younger, you know, our father's like, yo, why you crying, dude? Like, seriously, why you crying? Don't cry like
So act
that.
like a little girl.
Acting like a
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Oh, I didn't know I was acting like.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
just
Like I'm
busting
human.
lip.
Right.
yeah.
I just got my ass beat. Like, damn, like,
I'll give you something to cry
on
about.
that one. On that one, now
That
you
was
got your
enough.
ass on back out there.
Right.
You will not come up in here. You just got
definitely
your
did
ass whooped.
Oh,
You better
man.
get back out there. This ain't over with.
man.
get his daddy.
So we can obviously say from that situation, women would want men to be more understanding and be more open about their feelings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I got that out there clear. Go ahead,
Yeah,
sis.
no,
Sorry.
you good. So I got a question for you, Jillian.
We gonna answer too, fellas. Curtis.
When was the last time you saw a man hurt? And did you feel a certain emotion trigger?
Did you hug him?
Right.
Well,
Give me a bubble.
the last time I seen a man hurt would have to be maybe a couple days ago. My younger brother, he just like moved into his new apartment, and so he stays in California, and so he was really hurt about like some like family stuff, and his voice was trembling, and I knew he wanted to like get it out. So I told him, I was like, go ahead, let it out, and he was just like, and I was like, yes, like get it.
Yeah.
let your soul cleanse. And it's just like I felt concerned, because I told you I'm an empath, so I'm feeling what you feeling. So I really felt like his pain. I felt the frustration. I felt the just the pain he was going through, and how I translated it, again, not trying to take on his emotion, but how I translated it, I was just like, dang, like, it was really hard for him to just like let go. Like you see for women, like it's easy for us to let things go. Just like when I say let go, I mean like just your emotions, let them flow however it comes out.
Okay, I'm glad you clarified that.
So yeah, like I don't.
Goddamn
I don't.
Oh yeah, no.
I don't.
We don't know how to let go. Emotionally, like we fearfully.
Yeah, when it comes to grudges, I didn't mean about grudges.
Right.
I didn't mean about grudges, but I'm saying like just letting it flow. Like as you say, letting emotions flow. So I was really concerned about him in that time, but once he was able to get it out, like he was like, thanks Jill for like talking to me, like let me get that out, because like it was been real tough. So now like my brother calls me, or I have my other brothers and even some of my homeboys, like when they going through some things, then let me just hit up Jill real quick and like get her, because I know she gonna listen and like give me some sound advice, so yeah, that's
what's up.
You're just trying,
That's it. So it sounds like thus far, like, what we want for men is just to be a little bit more openness, or a little bit more opening. Like, of course, the communication is definitely key. Definitely key.
Yeah, and that keeps us in our, I guess, element of being a nurturer. Like, if we can nurture y'all, we can coddle y'all. Like, y'all are still human.
That
like,
divine feminine energy.
Yes,
like this. That's who we are. Like we're the men are the divine masculine, women were the divine feminine. But you see that role reverse a lot of times. Women like, it's like, girl, you being real
like,
rough.
Chill,
Soften up a little bit.
Yeah, but I guess that may depend on who they with.
That too. So I'm saying, like, you can be with the wrong mate and they bring out
the worst.
It's like you're not supposed to be in that energy field like that. I know we all have it, but as a woman, you should be more into your feminine field for the most part.
I've come across a lot of females that do have that more
masculine.
Yeah, and I have to tell them, especially one specifically, I had to tell her, look, I'm not trying to be with you so I can be with another dude.
Right.
This is not what we're doing here. I'm a man and I got this.
Yeah.
You act like a lady, be feminine, so forth and so on. I think that's very difficult.
Depending on how one is raised.
Yeah, for somebody that's doing for themselves, that's taking care of everything. But when you have a man that comes in and shows that I'm a man, if I say I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make sure we good. They start to level out a little bit. That's
vitally important, man. You see that even in the workplace, like sometimes when you step into some new rounds or some new soil, you got to make your presence and make it known. And then you say it that one time, and that's it. You might have to represent it again, like one more time. But after that, it's like, nah, man. Like if you don't understand this, then you got to step aside.
If you step one time,
and I think
and carry on how you function.
Exactly.
I think it really goes back to we're talking about that self-love and understanding yourself and going through that journey of self-discovery. Like if you don't know, as a woman, I feel like a lot of women don't even know how to be feminine. A lot of women may come from a single parent household where the single parent is a woman who is very, has to play both parts, mother and father. So she's rough and tough and, go getter and, not saying those are rough qualities, but those are, once you're raised in that kind of environment, and it's just like, that whole, well, you don't need no man, I don't need no man. My mama did it, my grandmama did it. It's like, that's cool, I get it, but you have to really learn how to soften up some, and so if that means running you a bubble bath, lighting some candles, if that means taking yourself out to get your nails done, get your hair done, like doing that stuff for you, so that when you see yourself in the mirror, you look. If it means playing some makeup sometimes, like I'm not really big on makeup, but sometimes I play a little eyeshadow palette and stuff, just to kind of bring out that feminine, that energy within me. So definitely have to train yourself, to learn it, even for men as well, like learning how to be a man. You may not have seen that growing up. So it's like, what does that mean to you? And, doing that.
Yeah.
That's right.
Even single mothers, they did need a man for something. So
but anyway.
I'm just saying.
That's the donor. He's the donor. Like, don't do that.
No, let's not.
Let's not go there.
So I think before we close this out, I'm gonna say the quote that I like, and it's definitely the last one because I felt like this is one of the more important ones that stood out to me. Your close men friends should be willing to challenge your mediocrity by suggesting a concrete action you can perform that will pop you out of your rut, one way or the other. And you must be willing to offer them your brutal honesty in the same way. if you're all to grow. Now, the reason why I say that's important, and I'm sure that the women would like this from the men, is like, even if the best friends meet this new person that they're going to be dating, or that they're already in a relationship, and this woman trusts the best friend of that guy because their relationship is cool, they align together. Like, I'm sure they're going to say, man, I just want you to have my back. I really like your friend. I just want you to have my back. I'm not saying come and tell me things, but just make sure that he's on path and don't go off path. So in order for me to do that, it's like, I don't know, maybe women should be like, okay, I need to see how your friends are, because that'll tell me how you approach things.
Birds of a feather.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I mean, that's not true. I'm going to be honest with you. That's not true. And the reason why I say that is because there's always one or two, depending on how big the group is, there's always going to be one or two men that's completely straightforward. Like, it's going to be two of them that's not for the shits. The other ones, they're going to be, yeah, man, let's go to the strip club. I'm like, nah, man, let's go to dinner. Let's chill, go to dinner, have a drink, and then I'm going to the crib. You're going to have that, because not like in my group, my core group, I'm the only one that's single. Everybody else is married. So it's not like I'm like, yo, let's go to the strip club, I don't want them to be in that situation or that environment. So even if they want to go, I'm like, nah, man, let's just go, let's go root Chris or Paris, let's go grab something real nice to eat, get outside that environment. We'll still be, surrounded by a nice group of people, and then let's go all separate ways. You know what I'm saying? So I would think, like, as a man, like, a woman would appreciate a guy like that in the circle, just being honest.
Yeah.
Y'all thought?
But then your friends can be like annoying. Like,
how the hell you get that out of this whole conversation?
Annoying?
I'm looking at her like, what?
Like, let me break it down.
Where'd that come from?
I know, he's like, wait. Let me break it down real quick.
Fuck.
Let me break it down.
Really, nigga?
Thank you.
Because say if you are like this guy, right, who's the wise guy of the group, but you're hanging out with like some, like,
I see where you're going with this.
It's kind of just like, dang, like, your friends is kind of immature, like, they're kind of annoying, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this dude,
I think
if you're saying that the woman should get to know your friends, let me see who your friends are. It's kind of just like, this is his friends, like.
But let me tell you that now you're overthinking it.
No.
No.
Explain.
You're overthinking the shit.
No,
Like,
so I'm with you on
Yeah,
that. I'm with you on the fact that
you're overthinking it.
because his friends are his friends.
They're not yours.
So they may not be annoying to him. They may be annoying to you. Like,
Right.
I'm sure, like, I've been in relationships in one, and
Some of the friends like, what?
I don't particularly agree with all the friends.
Right.
But that's not my friend.
Right.
Nor is it for me to, as long as your friends, if something happens, as long as your friends got your back, they're not pushing you to do anything that would harm the relationship. To each his own. But my friend circle is pretty much everybody in is married, but I like that because everybody is pushing, right?
Exactly.
We're all kind of sort of trying to figure out
To uplift you.
this
Yeah.
business thing, and if I'm depressed, if I'm going through something, I can call on them.
Exactly.
Do we all think alike? No. And do I have some single friends? Yes. And are they ridiculous?
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
But they also know where I'm at in my
Exactly.
stage of life. So, and I think it's more female friends that are annoying than male friends.
Of course, I'm not trying to make it men versus women now. I'm just saying, I'm speaking just in general.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, man, Jill, I think you're overthinking this one just a tad bit. I understand where you was going though with it, because I've been in relationships where girls like, yo, your friends are just like corny. Cool, let them be corny, because you should not be insecure about what I'm doing. If they
course.
corny, you should be straight.
Right.
Because we finna go play basketball, main event, and go play some pool, and go get something to eat, and that's it. But at the end of the day, guess where I'm gonna be? Back by you.
Right.
If anything, this is gonna make me hang around with you a little bit more, because you should be more spontaneous than my corny ass friends. You see what I'm saying? Or this will bring you into the group to uplift us out of this corny era. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why I took that one right there, and that was more impactful. I was like, yo, man, I ain't gonna lie. When I was young, my circle was fucked up. Like, you had people in a relationship, like, man, fuck that person. Let's go do this. But now as a man, I understand the structure of who you're around and how everybody else vibes can connect with you. Yeah.
When I was younger, my friend group was with the shits. It was definitely.
I think we all had that.
But
I was probably that person.
Probably.
And I find it so interesting
Probably.
now because we all sit down and we talk, and most of them have kids and they're married.
Yeah.
and we talk about where we've come from.
Yeah.
And those conversations are probably some of the best I have, you know, in my 32 years being on this earth now, because it's like, oh wow, we used to be out here doing this.
Yeah.
Oh, and now we
at the carnival, and now we at the concert.
Yeah, and now we
Straight.
we talking about business most of the
Yeah.
time. You know, what we gonna do? Trips, how we can come together, you know, buying property. Well, first thing I said when I came in, oh, this might be a nice little
Investment.
yeah, nice little move.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna do later on today, get on the call. Hey,
Have y'all thought about such and such?
what y'all think about this right here? You know, we already invest in properties and things like that. So those are the conversations I want to have now with my friends. And I also want my friends, because I'm the friend that will check you at the door. Like, hey, you with the bullshit.
That's good, and
that's
that's
not what we need to be.
That's what I
doing.
got out of that quote is a man being able to check his friends when he on bullshit.
Yeah, and so even in the book, they speak specifically about that.
Okay,
Where one of the guys, where a gentleman, one of the friends in the friend group, wants to deal with, you know, wants to have an affair or is thinking about it, right?
Yeah.
And at one point, his friends just say, "Look, either do it, get it over with, deal with the consequences, or don't do it
And just leave it.
and leave it be." So then they ask the question, "Well, what do you think is going to happen?" You know, so forth and so on. Is it worth it? No, it's not.
Right.
It's not worth it. Then did it.
Right.
And I'll give you a week to make your decision, and then we're not talking about this no more.
So that's how dope the situation was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that book.
So,
Yeah, I told you.
it's called. Like I said, so the book that Curtis and I are referring to is called "The Ways of a Superior Man," and it basically comes from the standpoint of how men should take their role in life. Period. It breaks down relationships. It breaks down life lessons. It breaks down like it goes in depth about everything. But I think as women, just like how men need to read books on women need to read this book too, because it'll help understand a lot to where her approach is different towards him whenever, you know, he's acting up in a cut or something like that. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yo, like, I really thank y'all for coming out tonight. Like, seriously.
Thank you.
Like, I think this was like it was a quick conversation, but just the amount of detail that we have in it, we dropped some gems, especially Jill. You came in with that one. Shit. I felt like Kobe and she was Shaq. She dunked the shit out there. Like, yeah. And then we got Curtis coming out and he just opening that mind. Yo, I had like a common type experience with that situation, man. I felt like I was in a room with a master class.
He said expand.
You know, and then you gotta watch out for Sissy over there, boy. She came through like your journalist that you just hate to be questioned by.
Here and there.
She hit Jill with that uppercut like Mike Tyson. She was like, "Jill, I have a question for you."
I was ready. I was ready.
Exactly.
I think you need all of it though, man.
Yeah.
You need all of it to build, and we gotta get more focused on building one another up in a consistent, progressive manner.
So I think that, man, like men and women, we both need each other to not only be communicative, but we also need to build. That rapport is definitely built. And even if it's like some dishonesty, you know, we can give it a second chance. But after that, like, yo,
A white lie, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But like
that
blatant,
black lie?
come on, man.
Like,
You could have just,
told me.
yeah.
Yeah. And one thing that I've learned.
Told me. Yeah, come on.
Y'all listen. But one thing that I did learn before we get out
Song
of
for
here
everything.
is clarity in the beginning. Having a perfect cup of crystal clear water is better than having a crystal clear cup of soda with the fuzz in it. Like just don't lie in the beginning. Just keep it real. Like, lose that person up front, or just have them understand the mess that you've dealt with.
Yeah.
I would say that my biggest takeaway in life before we end this podcast, like just be honest.
Yeah.
Don't bullshit. Even if that person is like, yo, I can't be with you, then at least you were honest about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like your
set your
shit.
intentions.
Yeah.
Set your intentions from the beginning.
But that's the thing. In order for someone to be honest with anyone else, they have to be honest with themselves.
Yeah.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness and self-love.
Come on now.
Seriously, man. I got self-love for myself like that.
You have to.
It might sound like I'm being cocky and stuff like that, but I'm a motherfucking king at the end of the day. I'm a motherfucking general. I know myself. I got to work on my bluntness. But other than that,
He the colonel of this motherfucking tank.
Come on.
make it say,
You're the CEO of yourself. You're the CEO
Yeah.
of yourself. So you have to be a boss. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're a corporation, so you're the CEO. Like,
And you
what we
are
doing?
what you attract.
shoot, man, I'm a motherfucking LLC. Limited liability. If I fuck you up, I'm stepping away. No, let me stop. Hey, man, I want to thank you guys for listening to another episode of After Dark Talk. After Darkers, guess what, man? We love the fuck out of y'all. I ain't gonna even lie. Man, Chrissy and I, we love y'all.
I love y'all sometimes. No, I love y'all. I love him sometimes.
Hey, man, she telling the truth. But anyways, man, to my brother Curtis, man. It's good seeing you, bro. It's been too damn long.
It is.
I got to get in that circle, man. I know I ain't going to be cool with everybody. I got to get in that circle.
Hey, listen, man. It's more beneficial than it's not.
Facts. I need to do that.
That's
in
right.
jail. Hey, man. You always keep it 100. You're right. You ain't changed worth a damn.
I don't even try. It just is natural.
It's just natural.
I'm born out the womb.
Say it's so natural. It's just like her. Man, she don't wear makeup. She ain't lying. She natural.
Stevie J mouth.
Hey. But other than that, man, hey, we love you guys. Tune into another episode. The next episode we're going to be talking about is engagement. I believe. Did we say engagement?
I think so.
Engagement and marriage. Yeah, engagement, marriage, divorce. And then after that, we moving on to trauma. We're going to make it happen. And we're going to get way in depth with that.
I'm ready for this trauma.
Yeah.
You want to come back?
I'll come back,
Jill will
Trauma?
be back.
Oh,
Shit,
back
slide
for
back up in there.
Jill and Curtis will be back for that episode.
Yeah,
so
even
not
if I
the
got to
next
call
episode, but the following episode. So yes.
Yeah, we love you guys. And hey, y'all have a good one. Tune in to the next one.